Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis with United Medical Transportation Providers Group, and you are the broker.com, helping you build a highly effective and highly profitable broker business. So where to start? First and foremost, thank you all for your wonderful emails. Some of you guys sent some awesome stuff. I always appreciate it. Some of you not so awesome, but I appreciate those as well. But a lot of people asking, where you been? Where's the fat man been? Swamped, just busy as heck. Broker business is good. Working with many of you is good. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness is good. All that kind of good stuff. Some people are asking, why don't I create a podcast? Because I do not have time. I mean, as irregular as it is, me putting out some of these videos, man, I could never do anything that's scheduled like that. It's just not a possibility. So that's why some of you, when I'm working one-on-one with you, see emails at 3 o'clock in the morning, because gotta get her done. Quick admin. Let's see here. That one DVD that we talked about that I was going to put out for all of you guys who are licensees or you invested in the training only material. Let's see. This one is Answers, Updates, and Opportunities. We titled this one. If you're an active licensee or you've invested in training only material, email Karen at milliondollartransportation.com. Karen actually started working with us in our media department, but we've been so swamped with different things, she's actually kind of double dipping here. She's helping us with some of our admin stuff. So email Karen at milliondollartransportation.com. If you're an active licensee or you invested in training only material, we're going to ship that DVD out to you. A lot of good stuff on that. All of the training material is, you'll notice I don't take anything out. I just keep adding to it, so you could see how even my business, we're 10 years into it, how we've continued to grow and expand. And that's why I don't remove anything, because I want you to see our progression, because your business may progress in similar or like manner. You may start at different points, but I want you to learn everything. And you could see how my business, because we operate in 5 states, you could see how it's different in different areas based upon market needs and definitely the skill set of my contractors. So definitely, if you're an active licensee or you've invested in the training material only option and you're probably going to become a licensee, contact Karen at milliondollartransportation.com, confirm your info, and we'll get those shipped out to you. It's going to be important. That's our newest one that just got delivered a couple days back. So let's go into this one. Again, you guys sent some awesome emails, and I appreciate it. Your sincerity, your thankfulness, etc. And I could share so many of those emails. They warm my heart. They make me feel good, and I appreciate it. I could share so many of those emails, but you know what? That's what everybody does. Because all they do is pat themselves on the back. They get all gassed up on their own supply and pat themselves on the back and everything. So I like to share some good little tasty treats. So this one is from an anonymous sender, as most of them are when they sipping on that haterade. This one is, I have been watching your videos for a while now, and I find you to be an arrogant and condescending ASSHOLE. Your videos are repetitive. All you do is complain about how bad the brokers are. Get a new script and stay out of politics and stop talking down to people. ASSHOLE. No one cares about your political opinions. They don't matter. They do. And all you do is turn serious people off. Get a life. Man. See, that's why I could share all your kind emails and you know, paint the picture that everybody's happy and all that kind of good stuff. But some of you can't relate to stuff like this. But when people ask, why do I do what I do? It's honestly because of emails like this. Now, some of you can't relate. A lot of you knee bender snowflakes you definitely can't relate to this because these are, I should be triggered by this. But maybe it's the old jock athlete in you. You just embrace the hate. You embrace the suck. This is what motivates me. This is what fires me up to continue to do well, make money, even when it's a crazy economy and inflation's going through the roof now because of your sleepy, creepy dementia patient with your cackling sidekick Medusa. I just appreciate emails like this. Now, I've been watching your videos for a while now, and I find you to be an arrogant, condescending ASS hole. I'm cool with that, but I prefer that you use the word cocky, because at least that reminds me of back when I was in high school, and oh, look at you, you're cocky, you're big man on campus, you're so cocky. So arrogant just sounds a little too elitist for me, so being the poor white trash Dunkin' Donuts drinker that I am, I prefer cocky. Your videos are repetitive. All you do is complain about how bad the brokers are. Yeah, because they are bad. And I got to keep saying some of the same things. And I actually agree with you. I've said so many things that are so common themes and similar threads in so many of my emails, but some of you keep making the same flipping mistakes. And I get tired of saying the same thing, but sometimes I have to. So I actually agree with you on that part. Get a new script. Stay out of politics and stop talking down to people. Well, I don't think I so much talk down to people, except for you knee benders. You knee bender, virtue signalers, triggered little spineless, weak-kneed mofos. I talk down to you because you guys are down on your knees. So, no, the reason I'm sharing this, now this hater email is actually from a few weeks ago, but I appreciate it, and I savor this little ditty here, so I saved it specifically because I knew it would come in to be useful, and it does today because of the email I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. You'll see why the politics do matter for someone who wants to sell their business. So no one cares about your politics and opinions. They don't matter. And all you do is turn serious people off, get a life. But if you're so serious, you say that you keep watching my video, you've been following them for a while now. They're repetitive, so you're obviously, you mentioned you've been watching them for a while. They're repetitive, so you're still watching them. But if you're so serious, then aren't you turned off? Why are you still watching? Then you tell me to get a life. But anyways, I do appreciate the hate. Again, maybe it's just the competitive nature in you as an athlete or something. You just embrace that, and so when people ask why I do what I do, this is it. That's what I love. I love the hate. It's like in the early morning hours, you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you get the Boston cream donuts, the blueberry ones when they're fresh and they haven't been sitting around for a few hours. Oh, marron, molto bene. Quick side note though, but here's the deal. I'm cool with the hate. I got no problem. You could send me your hate emails. You could talk all your smack to me. I'm cool with that. But I've made notes here because there was an issue recently. I don't know all the details, so I'm not going to try to talk about the specifics, but there was an issue with someone disrespecting my staff. Now listen, I'm cool with the hate, and my people are too. They've been with me long term. They get it. They know it. They don't care, and they say they don't care, but I care. I care if you're going to be disrespectful to my people. So I don't care how much money that you may have invested with us, enlisted our help, our services, whatever. If you are disrespectful to any of my staff, anyone on my media team, Dan, Don, Charlie, Lisa, Dave, whoever, if you are disrespectful to any of my people, we will cut you off. If you're using one of our services, we will cut you off. Whatever it is, if I find out that you're disrespecting my people, we're done. We're cutting you off. Me, I'm cool with it. I embrace this. But do not disrespect my people. Here's one. Now Dan just shared this with me because it was this is cool. This is a cool one. I think this came over the last couple of days. Hey guys, I wanted to share a story of how the $1 Million Team has already saved us a ton of money and paid for itself without even being operational and making any income yet. This is a guy that we're going to be doing one-on-one with. We just built this site, marketing material, all kind of good stuff. I was recently sharing my goal to start an NEMT business with one of the captains at a local fire department. he mentions to me, quote, I got a friend who just started up and seems to be doing really well. I'll connect you with her. Me being opportunistic, I said, sure, sounds great. We finally connect, and I am asking her tons of questions. What about this? What about that? She starts sharing her insurance rates of $14,000 per van. Insane. I say, whoa, Jesus, I think you may be overpaying. I've got my guy that's quoting me in the ballpark of 7. She responds confidently, quote, your guys must be smoking or not, or they don't know what you need because that's way too low, close quote. Before I start sounding crazy, I called blank, who's the guy that we referred. Now, we work with a lot of different agent providers. So when we make recommendations and agent providers, some we work with directly, we know what we get. Other ones we've heard good things about, we don't have a direct relationship or any type of a formal relationship yet. We'll still make some referrals. So depending on where you're located, we'll also determine how well, who we'll make recommendations for. And if we don't have a formal relationship with that person, we'll let you know. But we'll let you know, hey, we've heard some good things about them. We don't have a formal relationship with them, so keep that in mind. But other people we've been working with for years, so we know what we get. So really, it's all based on location. Let's see here. Where was I? Before I start sounding crazy, I called blank, my guy, who is the insurance guy you recommended to double check that the 7.5 per unit per year all in for a wheelchair van is correct. Blank, of course, says, quote, you're not crazy, you should have her call me. I'm no mathematician, but 14 minus 7 is more than 4,000, which is the price I paid to be part of the $1 million team. The insurance savings alone will pay for the entire cost of your team services. Like I said, I'm no mathematician. I'm definitely no rocket scientist either, but chances are I would have simply found some Joe Blow White Walker, because you White Walkers are vicious. I would have found some Joe Blow White Walker insurance guy had I not found you guys and paid stupid high rates for a van. Long-winded story, but I want to share how fired up I am at the fact that we're already winning by having you guys in our corner. Cheers. Awesome. That's why I read that email. Again, that just came over recently in the last couple of days. So that is good news. Love hearing stuff like that. But here's the meat and potatoes of the message I want to get into. But so the reason why I read that hater email is to dovetail it into this. Let me go back to the hater email for one quick second. I've been watching your videos for a while now, and I find you to be an arrogant, condescending ASSHOLE. Your videos are repetitive. All you do is complain about how bad the brokers are. Get a new script and stay out of politics and stop talking down to people. ASSHOLE. No one cares about your political opinions. They don't matter. And all you do is turn serious people off. Get a life. Now this email, I actually, usually when I get stuff like this, I'm just going to read it to you as I receive it. But these ones were way too long. This was actually correspondence between one of our client providers, corresponding back and forth with Dawn while I was out of town. Now, she is in the Communist People's Republic of California. Just a jacked up state, man. California is so effed up. So is New York. But California, it's too bad, man, because California, beautiful state, some beautiful people. Great opportunity, man, but man, just like New York is too, man, but these wacko politicians, man, they ruin it. New Jersey's a tragedy. I love New Jersey. New Jersey, man, I don't care what anybody says. If you can't get fat in New Jersey, you can't get fat anywhere. New Jersey, I don't care, it has great food. People talk about New York, no, it's New Jersey. The only thing I can't stand about Jersey besides your politics is your jug handle turns, man, I hate those. As I digress. Anyway, so this message is actually, I condensed a few of them because it was way long. So I'm going to give you the meat and the potatoes of it, the gist of it. It says, hi Joel, I need your help selling my business for my family and for my mental health sake. My kids need their mom back, important. My husband needs his wife back. Important. And I need me back. Important. I've worked so incredibly hard, and she has. I know her. I've worked with her. She's a worker. I've worked so incredibly hard and built this business so much, which is true. But I just can't ride this roller coaster anymore. My overall employee costs are way too high. Boom. Absolutely right. With COVID unemployment, all you fat cats sitting at home, I've had to increase the hourly rate to compete. Exactly. And everybody across the board, across the nation is having these problems. Politics affects policy, which directly affects your money. Let's see. With COVID unemployment, I've had to increase the hourly rate to compete, but I'm continually battling staffing issues, hence the reason for selling. My business is in a great position, growing steadily. Kudos to you, hard worker. Acquiring new contracts, a great reputation, expanding into new areas. It's not perfect though, I'm sure. There is some fat that needs to be trimmed, but honestly, I'm so overwhelmed and exhausted just keeping things going, I don't have time to look into that stuff. I want to keep my blank business, so she kind of has two businesses in one. I want to keep my blank business as it only uses independent contractors. Oh, I love that strategy. Owns no vehicles and has little overhead. I'm able to make an income with little time demanded on my part. This is for one portion, one segment of her business. Remember, for how long have I been saying you've got to develop a strategy, whether it's like youarethebroker.com or something else. You got to have something where you literally serve as the broker, where you're not carrying the overhead expenses. I'm still working with my accountant to close the 2020 taxes. Combined, I'm on track to gross $1 million this year. However, my expenses for blank are way too high. It's sucking out all the combined profits. I'm investing a lot in new cars to keep up with demand in upcoming contracts. This is one of the hardest emails I've had to write. And again, I had to condense some of these. So I'm kind of leaving out some important things that are pertinent to her that I'm not going to disclose with everybody. This is one of the hardest emails I've had to write because I feel like I'm accepting defeat, which you're not. I feel like I've failed, which you haven't. Failure is my biggest fear. Use it as motivation. I've been struggling with this for a while now, but even the thought of selling has been overwhelming and daunting. I'm reaching out to you, hoping you can help me fast track this, if it's even possible to fast track. I don't know who else to reach out to. I've always felt that you've had my best interest at heart with no strings attached. I'm not expecting your help for free, whatever it takes to get it sold. Sincerely, blank. Man, so the reason I share this is there's so many things that could be discussed. One thing I'm going to do, and again, I know I got so... It's just finding the time to do it. That's the problem. Because even making these videos take time. So, I'm going to make time at some point in time in the near future. I got to make another video. And I'm going to talk specifically about buying and selling your business. And I'll put that on our Teachable account. So for all you active UMTBG members, I'll put that on the Teachable account. I'll try to get that done in the next couple of weeks for sure. Anyways, a couple different things. Number one, she's in a terrible state. People's Republic of California, god awful, man, god awful. I mean, even here in the Communist People's Republic in New York. I mean, a few months back, man, when we were energy independent, I was paying $2.09 for gas. I fill up now for over $3.20, over $3.20, and it's even worse out in the Communist People's Republic of California, man. You take the gas, you take inflation. Again, fortunate for her, she had a component of her business that was she's doing 1099 contractors, so that's the awesome part. So, as I explained to her, Could she sell part of her business? Yes. The problem with that is that, and again, I always come at things when I'm working with buyers and sellers. I always got to play the devil's advocate. If I'm representing a seller, we got to make the business look the best that it can be. So we need to clean up a lot of different things to properly position it. If I'm representing a buyer, then we want to come in and we want to get the best possible price. So we're going to find any weaknesses and work to exploit it. It's all common sense. So what I explained to her is, if you're going to sparse the business like that, again, she's trying to sell. I got to play devil's advocate. If I'm a buyer coming in, first question is, A, why are you selling? B, why are you only selling part of the business? Why are you? So if you're only selling part of the business, are you just trying to unload something that's not viable? You're trying to sell the bad while you keep the good? These are serious questions that have to be accounted for. And again, I'm going to put a video together sometime here soon. I'll post that on our Teachable account regarding more details about buying and selling your business. But family, God comes first, then the husband, then your kids. Family, family, family. So I get it. You're overwhelmed in large, and you specifically said it here. My overall employee costs are way too high with COVID unemployment. I've had to increase the hourly rate to compete, but I'm continually battling staffing issues, hence the reason for selling. This is the universal problem I see everywhere. Everywhere. And here's what's scary. At least in the short term, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. So you're in a god-awful state. This is why I'm moving to Texas, man. I don't know, dude, and I know that you people hate me, all you dingbats out there, all you virtue signaling knee benders. You hate me and my politics, and I'm cool with that. I really am. I embrace it so much. But man, there's no logic to your madness. Let me pull this up. California passes universal income. Your problems are only going to get worse. Your problems are only going to get worse. What's sad is that, again, take for example this. You know, income tax, when that was launched in I think it was 13, that was supposed to be temporary, and you only paid 1%. 1%. How's that working out for you? How's that working out for you? How's the unemployment, COVID nonsense, all the scam, all the pandemic? And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know some of you're going to send your hate mails. Oh, the scamdemic is real. Hey, I get it. The virus is real. My mother's death certificate, it has COVID on there. It has it on there. So people, you could argue, all right, my mother passed away because of COVID. You could argue that. Okay, whatever. So the virus, real. Government's response, scam. But the unemployment situation where people are being paid so much to sit at home, it's crushing businesses of all different types. And again, I work with people well beyond home care and NEMT and everything. So I see it. I got contractors who do construction. They can't find workers. They can't do it. People are sitting at home. Take a look at this one. This one I took this morning. When I was at Dunkin' Donuts. Look at this one. $16 an hour starting at Dunkin' Donuts. Now, if you do 40-hour work week, that's over 33 grand a year for someone. And the girl who knows me there all the time, and she's a worker, so God bless her. She's 17 years old. And again, I don't begrudge anybody making any money by any sense of the imagination. Hey man, go make that cash. I'm all for it. But the problem is, it's just totally overflating the market. I'm in an area where realistically people should be making, starting out at a Dunkin' Donuts, you're looking at a $10, $11 hour. What's minimum wage now? I think it's 11, just over 11. So you're talking about someone starting at Dunkin' Donuts should be around 11, 12 bucks tops. Well, they're at 16 right here. Where you are in the People's Republic of California, man, it's even worse. And now we're going to introduce universal income. And I know what some of you are saying. I know what some of the dingbats are saying. Oh, that's only for a certain portion. It's only for a few people, very select. Yeah, okay. And how is the income tax working from 1913, where it's only supposed to be temporary and then be phased out, and you're only supposed to be paying 1%? How's that working out for us? Yeah, that's perpetual, and look how much we pay. Look how much we pay. And I know, well, the rich should pay more. Yeah, okay. Hardworking rich people, they should pay more, right. Okay, like we don't work for a living, okay. But then the people who sit at home and do nothing, so the people who are rich, we're the selfish ones, but then the people who sit at home and do nothing and covet what other people have, sin, covet, they covet what other people have. That's not selfish. So the hardworking rich people, I'm not talking about you global elitists who are all jacked up and doing some criminal stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about honest, hardworking rich people. Right, we're the selfish ones. But the lazy people who covet what rich people have, that's not selfish. No, that's not selfish. Right. So, anyways, my point is, the problem that this client provider faces, it's tough. It's tough. Again, politics affects policy, which directly affects your money. So, man, I'm just telling you, where you are, first of all, and I told her, I said, you got to sell. You have to sell because family comes first. So I don't care if you have to go make widgets to preserve your family. You got to preserve your family. God comes first, then your spouse, then your kids. Your family comes first. So family comes before the business. So in order to protect your mental health's sake, the kids need their mom back. Exactly. Kids need their mommy. I need my mommy. I'm a little boy. I was a little boy. Now I'm an orphan. Little boys are not supposed to be without their mommy. And I know you got a boy, so you need to be with your kiddies. Husband needs his wife back. Yes, and you need you back. Exactly. Do not sacrifice your mental well-being for this insanity. And you know, I always tell everybody, you have to play the hand that you're dealt. You just have to play it exceptionally well. Now, here's what happens. So many of you, and I know I'm kind of all over the place, but that's my MO. So many of you will contact us, especially some of you newbies who have never made a penny. You contact us, you tell us what you're going to do. You tell us, you retain our services, whether it's building the website, one-on-one, purchasing our material. And this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I want. I want you to do it like this. Look, our job is to put you in the best possible position, whether it's my advice and counsel to you when you email us and my staff and the things that they tell you, whether it's when we build your website and develop your marketing material. We get some people who haven't even made a dime and somehow they think they're experts because they're White Walkers. They've gone through all the online social groups and they get all their White Walker advice, so they all think they're experts. So when they tell it, I want this and I want that. Leave. Please stay with the White Walkers. Follow prosperity through the White Walkers. We are not your BITCH. We are not your BITCH, and I kind of mentioned this because, again, that issue, whatever the issue was, and I don't even know all the particulars because I don't even care. Do not disrespect my people. So when you contact us, you want our help, we're here to help you for sure. We welcome the opportunity. My people, they welcome the opportunity to serve you, but they are not BITCHs. We're going to give you our best possible advice when we're working with you because we're going to tell you what works. This client provider, you need to sell to preserve your sanity, to preserve your family. You need to sell if for no other reason. Now, she wants to fast track selling her business. Problem is, you cannot necessarily fast track it unless you already have an insider track on a buyer. Realistically, you're looking at a lot of the sales cycles for buying and selling are typically 12 to 24 months. So fast tracking, again, if you have an inside track on someone who you already know wants to buy it, that's cool. Again, I'll put a video together sometime soon that'll talk about more of the particulars of buying and selling your business. But in a situation like you, where you're in a god-awful state, labor's killing you, it's dramatically overinflated by social engineering to these Lune politics. Why? Because politics affects policy, which directly affects your money. Joel, I don't like your politics. Please unsubscribe. I beg of you. I beg of you. Not all relationships are made to last. If you gotta go, it's cool. Then you gotta go. Now I know a lot of you, and some of you watching this, and you know who you are. You're trying to be a social media influencer, and I get that. You're all up on that liberal nonsense with the LinkedIn. I love it. Some of you try to be you are more focused on being a social media guru, a social media influencer, than actually building your business, and it's a farce. And you get on LinkedIn and you pontificate. You vote for things from the sleepy, creepy dementia patient with cackling sidekick Medusa. You vote for this insanity, and then you politely go on to LinkedIn and you pontificate. This is a challenging employee environment. This is a challenging a culture for building your business. When you're faced with challenges, and all you little white walkers on LinkedIn, you all go on there and you pontificate. You as employers, we must build a better culture to embrace our employees so that they want to stay and retain and be involved. Go tell this to her. Go tell this to my client provider. You guys go on LinkedIn and you pontificate all your BS, your shallow, no depth, hollow BS. You go tell that to this client provider. She's been in this game for a long time, worked hard, built her business. Her mom's been involved in the business. You go tell all that LinkedIn nonsense that you propagate and promote. Oh, we as employers, we have to foster a better culture and environment. All the while, the system is rigged against you. The system is rigged against you. Why? Because you got Lune politicians putting things in place to undermine your success. And you vote for it. You enslave yourself by these Lune tunes, by the sleepy, creepy dementia patient with the cackling sidekick Medusa. I know all you White Walkers watching this, all you knee benders, you virtue signalers, you go on your social groups. Oh, Joel Davis, he has some good content, but you got to get past his rambling and his politics. You're so clueless. The battle of the dingbats is so strong and powerful within you that you are so blind you can't even see how things are interrelated. Go on your LinkedIn and promote all your shallow, hollow nonsense, feel-good fluff, and talk about how we need to build a better, stronger culture. Give it all away for free. Your employees will stay longer. Go tell that to this client provider who busts her butt day in and day out. And I know of specific circumstances where she's bent over backwards to help her employees, put them in a good situation to be successful, give them nothing but opportunity, and they bend over backwards and screw her over. I'm not saying she's a victim. She's a hard worker. She's compassionate, giving. So all that shallow nonsense you guys speak on LinkedIn, shove it up the ASS, man. Absolute insanity. All you country club gurus. All you country club gurus who keep emailing us, well, what do you think about this organization or that organization? Or I'm thinking about going to this event and that event. You really think people care? You really think people care? You're going to spend money to go and brush elbows. I challenge you. Anything I say or do, or I tell you to do, or I encourage you to do, or promote, I challenge you. Fact check it. Fact check it. Don't even take my word for it. All these websites out there that promote, we're raising standards in the industry. We're going to raise the standards. We're going to raise awareness in the standard. Go brush elbows with those country club gurus. Go do it. Go to the websites. I challenge you. Go to the websites and find the sponsors. Find the sponsors. And you're going to see Logisticare, Southeast Trans, MTN. Joel, your videos are all repetitive. You talk about the same things because I've been preaching this forever and so many of you don't even listen. My goal is to help people like this client provider just not succeed necessarily per se just in the NEMT. I want her to be successful. I want her to make money. I was talking to a client provider just the other day who's going to become a licensee, and I explained to him, he's taken over the backside by Logisticare for a long time. And I told him, I said, listen, bro, and this is an important point. If you take nothing away from this, from anything but this point from this video, Joel, you're rambling, you're going on too long. Well, that's cool, that's what I do. If you take one critical thing away from this video, it's this. Nobody cares about you. Nobody. Nobody cares about you. Do you think Logisticare cares about you? You think, or Movid Care, whatever they call, they had to rebrand themselves because God knows their brand recognition is trash. So let's rebrand it. Go brush elbows at these country club events, this and that. See who the sponsors are. See what they're trying to sell you. Do they care about their bottom line or do they care about your bottom line? Joel, you're out of control. Joel, you shouldn't talk like this. Joel, you're offensive. Joel, I'm trying to bend my knees. Give me a second so I can get down and bend my knees and signal my virtue. Fact check everything I do. Go to their websites. See how they're interrelated. See how they're connected. See who the sponsors are. Then consider, what are they trying to sell you? What are they trying to get you involved in? And then, oh, we'll pay more money because we're raising standards. We're raising standards. You think anybody cares? We want to go on your shallow LinkedIn. Oh, look at that. We need to foster better environments to cater and kiss butt with our employees. Like this client provider where her employees, I mean, and trust me, she has some great employees, but it's just the few that spoil it for everybody. Here you go. Hi, Joel. My name is blank. I am a former sales executive of one of the largest privately owned medical companies in America, as well as having 30 years of overall business experience. Since then, I have affiliated with blank, one of the top franchise consultant firms in the country, helping hundreds of individuals take control of their life by finding the right franchise for them. I specialize in helping executives like yourself examine, manage, and run franchise concepts. My services are provided at no cost to you while you stand to benefit through franchise business ownership. Please let me know if you are interested in speaking and learning more. Thank you, blank. Again, you know how many times over the years I've been solicited to develop a franchise business model for NEMT? And you know how many other people have done it? And what's their thing? Build a business, build a franchise, and push everyone to the brokers. Push them all to the brokers. Who benefits from that? Franchise. The franchisor. Who makes all the money? Franchise. And this guy, so just for SHITS and giggles, call him, have a conversation. His big thing is, oh, well, we only charge 5%. We only charge 5%. Think about that. We only charge 5%. Whereas in the industry, poor white trash, Dunkin' Donuts. Love it. I know all you latte, you Starbucks drinkers, you hate the fat man, but that's cool. This guy's all about, oh, but the industry standard is anywhere from 7 to 10%. Are you insane? And so we're only taking 5%. We could build a business model, and here's what we could do, and only charge 5%. Are you insane? 5%. You're going to take 5% and you're going to push everyone towards the brokers, which is the lowest ROI. You got labor issues. Where you're grossly overpaying people. I got some client providers. I got one client provider who last week was talking to me about how he followed up with somebody, and the prospective driver, female, says to him, oh, absolutely not. I mean, I will not come work for anybody unless it's at least $20 per hour. I'm making over $19 per hour sitting at home. Why would I come? So it's got to be at least $20 per hour. She straight up said this. She straight up told him this. And again, it's reality for everybody across the country. Which is why, and I've told so many people, I would rather be smaller, more focused, more flexible, have more control, have less headaches and heartaches with HR and lazy people. People sitting at home, situations like my client provider who I just read to you. I'd rather be smaller, more nimble, more flexible, more profitable, versus being bigger and having these type of problems. I'd rather have 6 vehicles versus 12. I'd rather have 6 vehicles that are highly profitable than have 12 that are marginal. I'd rather have 12 that are highly profitable than 24 that are marginal. And you got someone like this, again, you know how many times over the years I've been solicited to franchise. Oh, you should create your own home care franchise. You should create your own NEMT franchise. Why do you think with youarethebroker.com we do it as licensee versus a franchise? I don't need to pickpocket. I don't need to pickpocket anybody. You want to be pickpocketed? 5% is 5%. I mean, let's say. Look, everyone knows that my target for your NEMT should be 25%. So you say, okay, 25%. So if you got a franchise, you're only paying 5%. You're down to 20. What if things change? Especially because they're trying to push you into brokers. If they're the backbone of these franchise is to put you in a business model where you just sit back and you collect trips from brokers. And again, as I've preached for how long, you think you own your own business, but when you are so far deeply dependent and entrenched and in bed with brokers, you don't have control of your business. Anything changes with the broker, with their business model, forces you to change, which means everything you do is reactionary. Joel, your video is repetitive. Yeah, I know, because some of you still don't listen to me. You still don't learn. Joel, you're crazy. I know. I agree. But I do know what works. I do know what works. I know that this political system doesn't work. I know that this nonsense, like my client provider, doesn't work. I know this nonsense with this dude trying to get me to franchise my NEMT, that doesn't work. I mean, it works, but it's not in your best interest. It works, but it's not in your best interest. Joel, you go off on tangents. I know I do. I know I do. What's the moral of the story here? I don't know. I think I said a lot, but anyways, I can go off more and more. I don't have time to go through the rest of these emails because I gotta go. So I'll maybe do some more emails. I don't know if I will. I got so much to do. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So here's the deal. Anything that I suggest to you before you even consider enlisting, before you even email us, talk to anyone on my team, before you even email them, go do your own research. I know people say, oh, you're crazy. Well, that's a compliment. If they're not saying you're crazy, then you're doing something wrong, then you're sheeple. So go fact check. All you who want to go just sign up with your country club gurus, go check out their website. See who the sponsors are. See what what is their objective? What's their agenda? Go to all these different executives. Look how official the email was. This consultant executive who only deals with executives, and we're going to help build your franchise business model. Go fact check them. Take a look and see how much are they going to pickpocket you for. Go see who their business model. Who are they trying to put you in alignment with, i.e. the brokers. There is so much more money to be made out there. You don't have time for this. You don't have time to enslave yourself. So anyways, I got to run because I got 1,000,001 things to do. So I encourage you, fact check me. Fact check the fat man. Fact check them. So many. I'm out. So I know I rambled. I know I went off on a tangent. A lot of things coming soon. Plus, I got to make another video. I'm going to put a video together for the sale, buying and selling your business. I'll put that up on our Teachable account when that's gone. Anybody who is watching all the way to the end of this video, you are a true soldier. Love it, appreciate it, because think of how many other people started watching this and they bounced, they checked out. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you staying all the way through. Continue to stay tuned. I'll put out some more stuff very soon. It's just finding the time to do it. Business is good. Family is good. You got a lot going on. Stay tuned. I'll put out more content when I do. I'll see you at the top.